multi-day freak-offs which occurred near.
There it is, man. Oh no. Multi-day, dude. Oh.
Has also had
A man like one of them asked him, "Hey, yo, wait, Diddy, I heard about you. Yeah, like, you did them few songs before. I really like them. Oh, what are you here for?" I'm sorry, man. Oh, are we really doing this? I guess so. Oh my fucking lord. Okay, so y'all already know, man. Fucking dating. Oh, it's like the fucked up memes on him, man. Him and his Diddy disciples. I'm gonna get on the Diddy disciples soon. Expect that shit. I might do it even right after this. I don't know. Maybe. Likely. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I might as well do this before I even do it. So I have thoughts about this one, definitely. So I have to before I get to it, I have to ask Judge, what the fuck did y'all find? Cause there's a fuck ton of shit on Diddy. Like, dude, what the fuck? Because this dude's a whole 445, a whole pedo, like Diddy Maru. Like, that's him, man. Like, that's what he was doing. The fucking Diddy part situation, like, dude, y'all should have found a whole lot of more shit to just be like, oh, 4 years. Honestly, dude, like, how about life? Like, for to for the fiasco to be this fucking big, it should have been just life. Like, dude, what the hell? Some mad freakery shit. The freak off.
Federal judge there in the Southern District of New York has just sentenced Sean Diddy Combs to 50.
Sean Diddy Combs. That's what he told on, like, all them guys. That's how his name is pronounced.
Months in prison, 4 years, and a little bit over 4 years in prison.
It should be way over than 4 years. Like, I'm being for real, y'all. Fucking baby oil.
Back again with another video. So it has just been announced that Diddy has been sentenced to a total of 50 months in prison. Okay, so that's a total
times 10 that.
of 4 years, and it's going to count the 14 months that he's already served while he's been in jail awaiting the court.
Because they were stopping a monster at that point, man. Because he was doing all types of shit. Like, he almost got Will Smith, but even Will Smith, it was like, I'm not getting caught by this motherfucker. Hold on. I might have done some weird shit back then, but that's another one too. I even heard about him fucking on or even probably fucking on Jaden Smith, like his like Logan, like his little boy. So how much did the judge find? Because it sounded like they didn't find much. Also, he can't be guilty for this. Fuck out of here. He freaking paid you. The freaking like that's what happened.
Process and also the sentencing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and walk you through all the steps of everything that happened today in the courtroom, what they were trying to do to, when it comes to his kids testifying, when it comes to or
he has kids. Diddy Soka, man. Like, if he has kids, oh, that makes it even worse, man. Oh. Once a Diddy Maru, always a Diddy Maru. Because I'm sorry, man. You can't tell me he didn't do anything. I'll play that for sex, especially if one's female. No, but anyway, like if one's a little boy,
or making a statement, I should say, when it comes to the letters that came in, everything that led up to this situation.
Today is the day that Diddy is getting sentenced, and he has submitted an 11-minute video that he is going to play today at his sentencing hearing. Another thing that we learned is Mia, Diddy's former assistant, who was a victim that Diddy was found not guilty for, is going to speak at his sentencing hearing in person. Diddy was trying to fight this. Mia, Diddy's former assistant, who was a
How she get involved?
that Diddy was found not guilty for, is going to speak at his sentencing hearing in person. Diddy was trying to fight this, but the judge said everybody basically has a right to speak by law. We also know not only is Diddy going to play this video at his sentencing hearing, he is also going to speak, and he submitted a letter to the judge yesterday. We don't know if he's going to say something different or if he's going to read the letter that he sent to the judge. I'm going to go ahead and play you guys some of the video that Diddy created for this sentencing hearing that was put on the docket. I won't play the whole thing because it's 11 minutes long, but I will give you a preview.
What are you giving to the world? I don't think you know, man.
When my baby cries.
You gotta give her a bottle then. Know that you mean something to people. Know that you mean something to people. Like you live somewhere in people's heart.
They have done everything that they can to kind of stop.
Hold up, though. He has 7 kids? Oh no. Then one of his name is Justin. I heard about him doing stuff to Justin, but Bieber, hello, like, dude, how much did the judge find? It sounded like a whole lot of shit got swept under the fucking rug, dude. You can't be serious, man.
Stop the ball rolling. They have,
I'm telling y'all, man, the fucking Diddy verse is rather expansive.
Judge has received letters from a lot of different people, and in receiving the letters, I thought it was so interesting because there was a mixture of people. There was a letter from his mother. There was a letter from rapper Young Miami, who we know the two.
So in other words, though, when it comes to him being in prison, that's not just Diddy being in prison. At that point, that's surviving Diddy. Because y'all know what happens in them prisons. Y'all can tell me. Are y'all really gonna tell me he's not gonna have? It's not gonna spawn Diddy disciples from him just staying there and being an absolute menace while in them prisons? Like the shower times, man. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be bad.
Kind of relationship at
some point
recently. There was a letter from Cassie. There was a letter from Diddy's previous stylist. And, it would behoove me to believe that the evidence alone is one thing, but also all of the letters that they received definitely did not help or support him wanting to, get a retrial or whatever, or an acquittal of the trial at all.
It's gonna be rough, but if we get through it, then it'll show kids.
Be rough, anyways.
And everybody else that finish what you started, and you can do anything you put your mind to. And y'all go to public school?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all running to raise money for your schools, so y'all get more books and computers and stuff like that.
So on top of the judge already keeping all of this stuff in mind,
kids, but one way to save face, like philanthropy. After all that wild shit you did, Diddy, are you for real? Or he doing? So I like how he did that shit. Still jail.
And especially with respects to the testimony and the emails and all the kind of proof that Cassie had already set forth in the courtroom. Cassie also decided to send in another letter to the judge that reads this. So Cassie's letter reads, "I have been in a cycle of thought and then overthought writing this letter to you. If there is one thing I have learned from this experience, it is that victims and survivors will never feel safe." So Cassie's letter reads, "I have been in a cycle of thought and then overthought writing this letter to you. If there's one thing that I have learned from this experience, it is that victims and survivors will never be safe. Although I can hope for justice and accountability, I have come to not trust anything. I hope about the most career forming
really,
repeated S acts with hired male S
girl, you know how to read all that.
workers during multi-day freak-offs which occurred near.
There it is, man. Oh no. Multi-day, dude. Oh, that didn't take too long, man. I mentioned it a few minutes ago, like, bro. Multi-day. Bro, what the fuck? How multi, dude? What? How much drugs were you on, man? You didn't eat or sleep. Multi-day. Freaky shit. The freaking freaks a freak off. That's what he was doing.
Nearly
what you busy
weekly.
with?
I was forced into multi-day freak-offs which occurred nearly weekly. I was
Weekly. What do you think's gonna happen in prison? I'm telling y'all, this shit is terrifying.
Lingerie and heels, told exactly how to look, and plied with drugs and alcohol so he could
drugs
control me like a puppet.
So he can control me. Dude, you can't tell me this wasn't some super villain shit, man. Bro. I tell you, man. Breaking Diddy so good. Diddy Maru, man.
These events were degrading and disgusting, leaving with infections, illnesses, and days of physical
illnesses. Plural. For 4 years?
and emotional exhaustion before he demanded it all again. S acts became my full-time job, used as the only way to see
sex acts. Again, plural.
Used as the only way to stay in his good graces. I testified that I learned to read Sean Combs' signals, knowing that when he spoke of freak-offs, he was demanding them, and that refusing meant punishment, losing my car, my phone, or worse. He controlled every part.
Dude! Controlling your car? What? I can't tell me this wasn't some super villain shit, man. Bro, like the biggest. One of the biggest villains of the century, dude. What the hell, man? What is this, man? It keeps getting worse.
Part of my livelihood and threatened to destroy my reputation by leaking S tapes, a threat he repeated often.
Blackmail. Are y'all surprised?
His power over me eroded my independence and sense of self until I felt I had no choice but to submit. When he believed I had wronged him or was not sufficiently responsive, he also threatened people around me and those close to me, including my family.
Your family? Judge, again, 4 years, that's it? Did the judge look at this letter? Dude, you can't make a clear case in this of someone needing to be in prison for life, man. This is some devastating shit. Like it's like the most devastating I heard all week.
I regularly worried that displeasing him
all month
meant putting my family and friends' safety at risk. I testified how beyond these threats, Sean Combs frequently used violence to get his way. Over the nearly...
And he was violent. Again, are we surprised?
11 years we were together, Sean Combs would hit me, punch me, stomp on my face, pull my hair, and throw my body to the ground and against the wall.
4 years! Prison. Are we certain?
The jury saw pictures of bruises on my back from Combs kicking me and saw the deep gash over my eye he caused when he slammed me and Combs kicking against the wall. The jury saw pictures of bruises on my back from Combs kicking.
You saw the pictures. Let me look some. Hold up. This is getting stupid, man. Hold the fuck up, man. Google, help me out real quick. Dude, aggravated assault 2 to 20 years. That's basically what the fuck happened here. Yeah, 4 years.
Kicking me and saw the deep gash.
One of the this is to one person, by the way. Yeah, he was gonna do this shit to a whole family.
Over my eye he caused when he slammed me into a bed frame. The entire courtroom watched actual footage of Combs.
And they saw footage of him abusing,
kicking and beating me as I tried to run away from a freak off in 2016. People watching.
I ran away from a freak off. Yo, man, free Herbert Will Smith talk about it, man. He was like, man, maybe you'll get out of that shit.
This footage dozens of times, seeing my body thrown to the ground, my hands over my head, curled into a fetal position to shield me from the worst blows. The physical violence caused bruises that makeup artists paid for by Sean Combs would cover up, as well as permanent scars all over my body. During my time with Combs, I was in a constant state of hypervigilance, as I was always anticipating demands for S-acts and otherwise fearing
acts. Now, here's even another dimension to that shit. How much are y'all willing to bet that we're gonna do some grape soda territory, some like Griffith shit? Because how much are you willing to bet that Jordan like do a whole list of those sex acts? Think about that.
Retribution for any perceived slight. My descent into the substance abuse was directly correlated with his increased control over my body, my money, my freedom,
if the fact that she was drugged wasn't bad enough,
my free will. I used those drugs to push through the horrifying S-acts he demanded and to numb myself to the physical pain and emotional turmoil I was constantly in. While the defense attorneys at trial suggested that my time with Combs was akin to a great modern love story, nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing.
It's like, bro, we literally said she needed like painkillers to push through that, and then some. We're talking about some drugs, mad plural. A lot of the baby oil, because as they being mentioned, baby oil.
Nothing about this story is great, modern, or loving. This was a horrific decade of my life.
Like horrific decade. When she saw the baby oil, she should have known that I need to get the fuck out of here. I need that instant transmission ASAP.
Life stained by abuse, violence, forced S, and degradation. I spent the last 7
forced. I'm surprised she's even covering this, because she's having to censor a whole lot of this shit. And I'm like, girl, like, why'd you even bother at this point? Like, we all know what you're talking about.
7 years of my life slowly rebuilding myself, physically getting clean from the drug abuse Sean Combs forced and encouraged, and mentally understanding how to live with a seemingly insurmountable level of trauma. The horrors I endured drove me to have thoughts of self-deletion.
I keep saying, but I was surprised, because I think anyone would want to press R2 like on themselves, like at that point.
Ones I almost followed through on, if not for my family's intervention and urging that I seek professional care. I have been to rehab and have taken part in dozens of types of therapy modalities to confront, compartmentalize, and cope with the horrific memories of.
That's like, dude, like, even I'm going through therapy, so it's like you need to find the right therapist. You need to find, so she need to get like a whole psychological evaluation along with therapy, because any therapist will actually tell you that, yeah, you like need that that psychological. Because it's like they don't know what you're dealing with exactly from the get go. You get a chance, not even you're like aware, so you're gonna need that evaluation. Fucking. So then it takes you like a while to actually find the right therapist to even uh actually help you. So that takes time as well. Like my ex is an example of that, and then currently I'm an example of that. So
of and emotional abuse I endured for nearly 10 years.
Sexual abuse.
While what he did to me is always present, I am slowly learning how to live my life free of the fear and horrors I endured, and in doing so, am fully devoted to my husband and my children. I still have nightmares and flashbacks on a regular, everyday basis and continue to require psychological care to cope with my past. My worries that Sean Combs or his associates will come after me and my family is my reality. I have in fact moved my family out of the New York area, and am keeping as private and quiet as I possibly can because I am so scared that if he walks free, his first actions will be swift retribution towards me and others who spoke up.
Judge, are you reading this? Are you? Yeah, this is some demonic shit, man. Like, are we surprised? Will we surprised that the moment he steps out of that prison, he'll just be on some like revenge, super villain shit again? Like, are we to be surprised that that happened? Because, dude, this is so morally fucked. It's ridiculous.
About his abuse at trial. As much progress as I have made in recovering from his abuse, I remain very much afraid of what he is capable of and the malice he undoubtedly harbors towards me for having the bravery to tell the truth. His defense attorneys claim he is a changed man and he wants to mentor abusers. I know firsthand what real mentorship means, and this disgusts me. He is not being truthful. I know that who he was to me, the manipulator, the aggressor, the abuser, the trafficker, is who he is as a human.
The trafficker. Because didn't they actually catch him on some human traffic shit? It's just, how bad can we get, y'all? Just villainous, demonic shit. Some fucking tragic shit going on. It's like, dude, did we step into some berserk shit, man? Like, cause we're getting that fucking bad. I probably with Griffith earlier.
Human. He has no interest in changing or becoming better. He will
Griffith is a Diddy disciple, by the way.
Always be the same cruel, power-hungry, manipulative man that he is. When I came out with my allegations in my civil case, he flatly denied them again and again. It was only after actual video footage corroborated the exact words in my civil complaint that he issued an insincere apology on the internet. Thanks to the footage and my testimony,
I know the man did not put out an apology video. Oh, it was a parody, no! Apology, what? Let me hear a little this way, hold on, wait. Some real apology, what the? Okay, y'all fucked up for having a Popeyes commercial. Come on, man. Not on this.
You know, I gotta do that now, and I want to make a formal apology, not only to you all, but to Cass. You know, I did you wrong. Y'all all know I like to see him run, you know what I'm saying? So, it was like...
I just see him run. I don't doubt it, man.
testimony, this is also something he will forever be.
Dude, man, the fucking memes on this shit, I'm telling y'all, because everyone knows at this point, like, this shit is viral on the internet, so the judge should know from like a whole lot of sources at this point.
With. For over a decade, Sean Combs made me feel powerless and unimportant, but my experience was real, horrific, and deserves to be considered. While the jury did not seem to understand or believe that I engaged in freak-offs because of the force and coercion the defendant used against me, I know that this is the truth, and his sentence should reflect the reality of the evidence and my lived experience as a victim. reliving in
victim.
detail the events and truths
there's too many key words here, y'all.
Described throughout the trial, and this letter causes me tremendous emotional pain. I am trying with all that I am to move on. I hope that your sentencing decisions reflects the strength it took for victims of Sean Combs to come.
You go to jail for just emotional abuse, by the way.
Forward. I hope that your decision considers that many lives that Sean Combs has upended with his abuse and control. I thank you for your time and attention. That was
my God.
Okay? That was absolutely.
Girl, that took you a whole. We're at the 10th minute. We're only a third way done. Girl, that took you about 5 minutes to get through.
And when seeing that letter and also reading it back to you guys, I want to just mention a couple of things. We cannot forget the past as it pertains to Cassie Ventura. Now, did we see firsthand Diddy putting his hands on Cassie? Absolutely, we did.
New surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN
no, what?
to corroborate
this
some
was
of the
it?
allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
Run! No! It was in a town. No! I was like, get back here, bitch! Get back here! No! Sean Diddy Combs, man. No. So where you going, bitch? Oh, the footage, man. No, that's terrifying, man.
I want everybody to keep in mind, though, that interestingly enough, remember, in the courtroom, she said that she still loves Sean.
After all that, Stockholm Syndrome, man. Y'all should more than familiar with this shit by now.
Called this last night. I said, Cassie still got love for Diddy. She said it today in court. I still got love for him. I don't hate, bro. I don't hate him. I don't hate the years in the past.
Look, people. It's one thing that I rarely hear that. Oh, like, did I have his kid? Yeah. Did he cheat on me? Yeah. Did he emotionally abuse me and say a whole lot of like fucked up shit to me? Yeah. Like, and I still love him. It's one thing when I hear that shit. Just rarely from like girls that get dumped or just broken up with in general. It's another thing entirely when you're Diddy. Like, dude, what? This is mad next level shit, man. I can't tell you just how bad this is. This girl literally got the whole grape treatment. This man spammed that shit and had her on all types of drugs, man. Oh shit. Threatened her fucking family. I should have tried to drop there. Threatened her whole fucking family, dude. And she knows how dangerous he is. But I love him though. Like, okay, what was her name again? Like Cassandra, Cassie. Is this Cassie or Harley Quinn? I can't tell anymore, man.
Guarantee you, if Diddy was to change his ways, they can't go back together because of the optics. But I can almost guarantee, I don't know what Alex Fine do for her. He may be bored. I don't know how much they make. But if that black billionaire called her and said, baby, I ain't gonna hit you no more freak offs, no more drugs.
No more freak offs, man, no more drugs. Like, is this a joke, y'all? Like, are we beaming? You can't bounce back from that. I'm sorry, man. Dude. Like rarely guys have like crash outs over like rejections and losing jobs. And barely coming back for that. You're not coming back, even with all that money, you're not coming back from doing shit like drugging motherfuckers off and freak offs and freaking piles of baby oil. Like, you're not coming back from that. I'm sorry.
I just want to have a conversation about it. I think she'll consider. I ain't gonna say she gonna do it now, cause that would be a fool. But I think
from what I'm hearing is foolishness. Foolishness, Dante. Like Virgil.
Sean Diddy Combs, the same, horrible man that's not changed, that will never change, that is nobody else, whatever. She said that she still loves him. She also said that, at one point when she had already
on some Harley Quinn, on some Stockholm syndrome shit, man. This is
broken free, and the two
this is horrifying, man.
Them were no longer in a relationship. She orchestrated a freak off.
She calls me for one encounter.
What?
She also said that, at one point when she had already broken free and the two of them were no longer in a relationship, she orchestrated a freak off.
Yo, man. Yo, you know what that means? If we marry into a Diddy disciple, no, she's a Diddy disciple, no. I hope we're lying, man. She got indoctrinated, man.
She calls me for one encounter. I can't remember the exact year right now, but I remember it was cold. He's basically in my face, like telling me, go F myself. Men have sex with women all the time. Like, what's the big deal? She's discounting the fact.
Cassie set me up. Freak off worker. What the fuck? There's an encounter with Diddy. That left him disgusted. It really him was disgusted, but dude, Cassie set me up for a freak off? What?
That she forced herself on me on her menstrual cycle, which is technically a sexual assault.
Whoa, what?
All the time, like, what's the... I can't remember the exact year right now, but I remember it was cold. He's basically in my face, like telling me, go F myself. Men have sex with women all the time. Like, what's the big deal? She's discounting the fact that she forced herself on me on her menstrual cycle, which is technically a sexual assault.
And,
she forced herself on me on a menstrual cycle? Bro, that's a next level shit. Like, what? On a menstrual cycle. Dude. The female Diddy disciples are next level as well. Oh yeah. The ovaries. They're on fire. I gotta fuck a guy. Like, dude. I gotta bang him. Like, dude, what the? What type of shit?
Their relationship began at 19 when she was already in a relationship with Ryan Leslie.
When they were 19.
She was already. Most importantly, their relationship began at 19 when she was already in a relationship with Ryan Leslie.
Are you saying she was two-timing at 19?
Used that relationship and got close with Sean Combs, dropped Ryan Leslie, who was Sean Combs' friend, and then began her relationship with Diddy.
And so I kept asking,
am I hearing some early stage indoctrination? You were just friends with Diddy? Yeah, you hopped onto me immediately from what I'm hearing. Like he got the rebound. That's what I'm hearing.
What record is that? When told me that it was Ryan's activist Cassie. When I saw her and
we're in deep, man. Holy shit.
Play that's what kind of made me like really fall in love with the project, because I saw something more than just records.
So yes, there are a lot of things that she did endure in that relationship. I'm not taking away from any of that. I wasn't there. Y'all weren't there. We don't know 100% of exactly what happened. However, I also want to reiterate that it is important, again, for a lot of younger women to understand that just because it looks like the grass is greener on the other side does not mean that it is. Doesn't mean that. And a lot of times you can be positioning yourself for lifelong trauma, lifelong pain, lifelong hurt because
You just had to phrase it as he positioned himself. That much isn't like it's not vague, like literally and figuratively there.
Of your curiosity. Because of thinking that, you leveling up to get with the next.
Is always going to be based on the choices that are made by the actual players. And so I think Cassie made a decision, Puffy's making decisions.
So obviously Cassie's letter went in prior to anything happening in regards to the sentencing. And obviously Diddy and his team created his own letter as well. That they
seriously, man, don't let the freaking dad footage fool you. Because if y'all been on CNN for any sort of time, let that shit for just a few days. Well, like this one dad freaking slaughtered his whole family. Freaking this one dad freaking did shit to his neighbor. Oh shit, like this like one dad said his house on fire. Like you hear all types of stories from these fucking dads, man. I'm telling y'all. So don't let footage of them acting nice with their kids fool you.
They wanted to obviously read in the courtroom. So Diddy's letter says, I hope this
fucking Florida man
letter finds you well and in good health and spirits. Thank you for the opportunity to express my thoughts to you. First and foremost, I want to apologize and say how sincerely sorry I am for all of the hurt and pain that I have caused others by my conduct. I take full responsibility and accountability for my past wrongs. This has been the hardest 2 years of my life, and I have no one to blame for my current reality and situation but
hardest 2 years of my life, yet I still love Diddy. Like, why are we here, guys? Like, honestly, we already know that she's a female Diddy disciple, man.
I'm sorry for the hurt that I caused, but I understand that the mere words "I'm sorry" will never be good enough, as these words alone cannot erase the pain.
Yeah, like the pain that you endured as a female Diddy disciple. You been got indoctrinated.
Cassie play over and over in my head daily. I literally lost my mind. I was dead wrong for putting my hands on the woman that I loved. I'm sorry for that and always will be. My domestic violence will always be a heavy burden that I will for that and always will.
Wait, what? He faces 20 years? Did they change it?
My domestic violence will always be a heavy burden.
So this is like Korean Diddy himself, like the whole Diddy Mar, man.
That I will have to forever carry. The remorse, the sorrow, the regret, the disappointment, the shame. I honestly feel sorry for something that I couldn't forgive someone else for. If they put their hands on one of my daughters, this is why it is so hard for me to forgive myself. It is like a deep wound that leaves an ugly scar. Your Honor, I thought I was providing for Jane concerning her and her child, but after hearing her testimony, I realized that I heard
this man stay trying to save face, dude. So why can't someone put their hands like on my daughters? How do I know you didn't do that? Like, hello? Again, that shit with freaking Justin, Jane Smith, because so we're talking about the Jane Smith shit. So I was accused Diddy of cause more than likely he did that shit to her. Like, hello, he's a whole monster. Why are we hearing from him?
Give up. Change you or writing.
I really man. What is
the hardest and darkest time in my life. Good things
that you caused
have come out of my incarceration. For starters, I am now sober for the first time in 25 years.
And don't fucking hear that shit, y'all. You cannot come back from that shit, man.
I have been trying my best to deal with my drug abuse and anger issues and take accountability as well as positive steps toward healing. One of the most beautiful things I have experienced is being asked by my fellow inmates to teach and mentor them. They wanted to learn what I
did. Are we memeing people? He's trying to mentor inmates? That should be the other way around, if you ask me. What? Mentoring inmates, dude. Bro, how do I know he's not trying to make them into disciples too, man? Like, I want to bet half of them are gonna be like, yo, man, that shit. I fucks with it. Like, dude, like it won't take much. I'm sorry, y'all.
To become a successful businessman, I was inspired by their hunger and desire to learn information in order to not only set goals, but achieve any goal dream that their hearts desire. I started teaching a 6-week program called Free Game. The title was given to me by my fellow inmates, which I was able to.
Free game with who? With dudes? With who, though?
To have approved and sanctioned by the Bureau of Prisons. I don't just teach about my success, I also teach about my mistakes and failures. It has truly been a blessing to do something positive in a negative situation. It has been beautiful to see the newfound hope in my fellow inmates' eyes. The most shocking thing was to see the unity and the peace this class has produced. As you are probably aware, jails and prisons are segregated places. However, in our class, we have Black, Spanish, white, and Asian all together in one room, learning and working together. We even have an interpreter.
Also, let me ask this too, because I don't know the 100% of this like Diddyverse here. Did he come to the police about this, or did his victims had to come up and present testimonies and have him on trial for this shit? Because are we here willing to bet that 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 he came to the judge with this shit? It's like, who do y'all know that she does that?
An interpreter for the Spanish-speaking inmates. The biggest miracle that I've seen with this class is all of the gangs, such as Bloods, Crips, MS-13s, and all other different sections that he mentioned, in one room working together. I'm also proud to say that since this class started, there have been no fights in our unit. This class has also had
a man like one of them asking, "Hey, yo, wait, Diddy, I heard about you. Yeah, you did them few songs before. I really like them. Oh, what are you here for?"
Helped me in my time of need and despair. Being able to do something good for others has also given me much needed hope. God blessed me with this opportunity to.
That's all he can do, hope at this point.
Help others, and I will continue
hope like the judge doesn't hear about all that other shit.
To do so. I ask you for mercy today, not only for my sake, but for the sake of my children. God bless me with 7 beautiful children.
This man had kids, like 7 kids in total, knowing damn well what he fucking did.
3 sons and 4 daughters. Then he named all of his kids. And he was also talking about the fact that he was the only parent based off
a man being a child to this dude. Like, no. Bro, that's like being Griffith's kid. Like, bro, I'm sorry, man. That's like being Orochimaru's kid, man. Or I'm the Jade Disciples right now. Or even motherfucking It's like, dude, just imagine. I'm sorry, man.
It happened with Kim Porter. He talked about, losing his father. And then he also made it mention.
So all I'm trying to say is it's like not having kids is one of the best things he could do for himself.
That more than anything, I just want the opportunity to return home and be the father that they need and deserve. God also blessed me with the greatest mother in the world. My mother sacrificed her life and dreams to.
What? Dude, are we not going to stop at how egregious this is, man? Rivah, I know you're not believing a single word about this. You're not believing a single word of the bullshit he's spouting. I won't be surprised if you are thankful about her being like in your life because you indoctrinated her rather thoroughly. You know what, disciple, man? That's That's unbelievable.
Consider it to take showers, separated people.
I don't want most of
Prior
it
to
to be just like him saying shit, man.
for a fact
Come
I've
on,
made. I
dude.
put me. I would ask today. I humbly ask for another
This
chance,
is like last paragraph.
another chance to be a better father, another chance to be a better son, another chance.
It's like you've seen the footage. You're presenting the footage, Rivah. Like you know damn well what the fuck he did. Come on now.
Chance to be a better leader in my community, and another chance to live a better life. I'm writing this not to gain any sympathy or pity. This experience is simply the truth of my existence and has changed my life forever, and I will never commit a crime again.
Now, how much are you willing to bet that he did something like this before?
Thank you for your time and consideration, Sean Combs. Now, of course, it sounds good, right? I would expect him to write some sort of like apology letter or say something on his own behalf, as he knows and he's aware of all these other letters that are coming in of people who don't want him to come out. So it would obviously.
Imagine if like freaking Peter wrote that exact same shit. Oh wait, we're not even far off.
Obviously behoove him to say something on his own behalf. However, a lot of the things that he even said in this letter of talking about the conditions and what he's going through and stuff like that. My personal opinion, I feel like he should have just left that stuff out, because that's what jail is. That in this letter of talking about the conditions and what he's going through and stuff like that. My personal opinion, I feel like he should have just left that stuff out, because that's what jail is. Okay, jail is not.
He should just spare us like all them like paragraphs and like and just be like, look, man, just take me to fucking jail, because you know what the fuck you did, nigga. Like, let's not skirt past that.
It's not a country club. It's not a place that you were gonna go and have all the luxuries that you were used to. It is
like again prison. Like they're gonna. I'm sure like half of them guards know what the fuck you did.
Going to be, a space that you are going to have to face the music. Now, he did, appear in his letter to take a lot of accountability. He kept blaming himself for the situation. He kept saying, it was him that put himself in that predicament, and that takes a lot of ownership. Obviously, the prosecutors didn't want to hear that, okay? It had already come out that he had not only had pre-booked speaking engagements next week in Miami, but also a lot of stuff came forth in which, the prosecutors were nitpicking the letter and basically saying, like, we don't want to hear any of that.
Diddy's sentencing has just now started, and it started off with a bang already. Diddy's former assistant, who went by the pseudonym Mia, who testified against Diddy in this trial and who was listed as a victim, but Diddy was ultimately found not guilty for the conduct that referenced Mia, was supposed to speak in person at his sentencing hearing today. But now that looks like that's not going to happen. Government asked the judge if Mia could come and talk in person at Diddy's sentencing hearing, and Diddy was not happy about it. Him and his lawyers wrote a pretty nasty letter attacking Mia and a lot of the other government witnesses, calling them all liars. The judge did say that Mia is allowed to give this statement in person today at Diddy's sentencing hearing, and that's what we were all expecting. Now we are learning from the government first thing during the sentencing hearing that Mia no longer wishes to address the court here today, in part due to the letter submitted by Diddy and his team for bullying. Government says, we think the defense's letter violated your honor's rules. And the judge said, I thought the tone was inappropriate and it should not happen again. Very first thing off the bat, it looks like Mia is not going to be giving the statement in person today because Diddy and them were bullying her in that letter. Other thing that's being reported is we're not going to hear from another one of Diddy's ex-girlfriends who was victim number 2 in Diddy's criminal case, who went by the pseudonym of Jane. And mind you, one of the charges that Diddy got found guilty of revolved.
I want to ask the judge though, how many victims does he have? I'm sorry, y'all, because man, this is so ridiculous. Like, even saying it's ridiculous, don't even scratch the surface, dude. Because I'm like, most fictional villains don't even have like this much of a track record, dude. Like, god dang, man, you have to effectively drive up your own life, to even be this fucking terrible, to even be this fucking horrific. Doctrine them motherfuckers. Fucking, you know, some Griffith shit. Making other day disciples. Like, cause I already heard that day disciple case in this video, dude. What the hell?
Around Jane. What makes this a little bit more interesting, not only will we not hear from her.
Like, I'm surprised when you say anything about Will Smith, cause he's like involved in this too. Like, he was like, man, fuck, I'm not taking part in this.
Person, but she also didn't submit a letter to the judge like a lot.
But my son.
A lot of other people like Cassie Ventura and others did. Diddy's sentencing hearing has begun, and he is going over all of the enhancements that would possibly make Diddy serve a longer sentence. There are some big rulings that he makes that are not good for Diddy. Diddy and his team were fighting that acquitted conduct should not be used when the judge is determining his sentence, but the judge just ruled that he in fact can consider some of the acquitted conduct. The judge then goes over to Diddy objecting to
He should. Like in every other case. Like, what the hell?
Characterizing Cassie Ventura and Jane as victims, and he said that that's overruled, that they are victims. He said that Diddy also objects to the escorts being characterized as victims, and he said that this is overruled, saying that these escorts and Cassie and Jane are all victims. They were transported for the purpose of engaging in commercial acts, and that means in total there would be 10 victims referenced.
10 victims, man. No. Is that including Cassie, by the way? Oh shit, man, this is painful.
The judge then goes on to talk about coercion that Diddy is trying to object to, saying you shouldn't be able to use that to give me a bigger sentence. But he is saying the threat to release videos and the incident at Jane's home, that is coercion. The judge then talks about how Diddy said,
like, we know about that blackmail shit. It went to you too much to find out about that as well.
He was paying for time and not the physical relations, and he said that is contradicted by reality. He has not expressed remorse for transporting people for prosta. He goes on to say that Diddy has challenged
He has no remorse.
His guilty verdict full-throatedly, including after trial. Also goes on to say that Diddy wants to apply the 0-point offender provision from 2003, but 2004 on other issues, and that's not possible.
What?
He also said Diddy objects to the $5,000 assessment under the statute because there are no victims. Denied. Because mind you, what he just ruled is there's actually 10 victims in total. And Diddy's team.
Why is he? Oh man, I ain't struggling with some of this, dude. What the fuck? You know what I'm fucking hearing, people? I heard Diddy being like, what the fuck? I'm hearing him being like, what, man, what the fuck? No, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. Like, yes, the fuck they can. Because there's a lot of bullshit that you know the fuck you did, man. There was like a lot of villainous shit and heinous acts you enacted on others. So you should not be surprised that it's getting this bad, because you were that bad, nigga. You were a whole villain out there.
Basically says they want to leave some stuff on the record just in case they file an appeal, which I say is going to happen because they already said they will appeal this. Usually appeals aren't successful, but what the judge says next is a big deal. Probation department says offense level is 27. I agree with that. The criminal history category is 1. That leads to a guideline of 70 to 87 months, which is 5 to 7 years, in which I said the judges usually fall in line with the probation department. This isn't his final ruling. He is going to hear from everybody, but this is telling you exactly where this judge's head's at so far, and that's a big deal. And so far, it's looking like Diddy is going to get nowhere close to the 14 months or time served that he's asking for.
Now, having a pre-booked engagement for a week from now is a little bit presumptuous, to say the least. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Like, already, you know, stuff that he put in some of the things.
I was saying, look at that one drawing. Look at that one guy in the drawing he replaced. You know what the fuck you did? Like, that's me right now.
That he put in his like apology letter, as I said to you guys before. But then having a pre-booked engagement, making it seem as though you were just so sure and aware of the fact that you were getting out of prison today or jail today is too much. Okay, I think actions like that alone would kind of deter the judge who already has and aware of the fact that you were getting out of prison today or jail today is too much. Okay, I think actions like that alone would kind of deter the judge who already has certain ideas of how you're coming forward. And as you know, Diddy said in his letter, who already has the mindset of like, okay, I'm going to make an example out of you. You have funds, you have fame, you have all these things, you have resources, and I'm going to let it be known that nobody's going to be able to do or pull off these things just because they have a bag, right? But again, you know, the judge already had a certain mindset towards him, and so it looks as though he's moving with ego. So everything that he put in an apology letter, knowing that he had a pre-booked engagement, can make it seem like that's all a farce, you know. What happened next after this whole situation was that his children did get the opportunity to speak and also kind of say their piece and kind of you know, plead their case in getting their father out of jail.
Diddy.
Dude, I hate seeing this shit, man. Like, son. Well, literally in this case, but look, man. If any of my family members, if I hear them being on some fuck shit, on that mad, abusive, illegal shit, I'd be like, yo, man, pack it up, or I'm gonna tell the cops about that shit, because that is some bull. If I hear around my dad or my mom doing that shit, man, I'm sorry. That's it. Just pack it up, please. Like, this is fucked up, man. Like, because this is some. Like, I'm trying to joke about it here and there, but it gets hard to, man. Because now even the family's trying to defend him. It's like, again, how I know that all your kids aren't holy disciples, man? Because this is getting, it's not mad indoctrinated now. And then the fact that they're all trying to smile, like, no, if they were real ass niggas, it would be like, yo, fuck you, Diddy. Fuck you, Diddy. Like, get him out of here. Jail. Instantly.
These children speak about their father at his sentencing hearing, and they honestly don't have a lot of time to say much, but they were given a little bit of time to say something. Quincy starts off by saying he's transformed. He will not jeopardize his freedom again.
And it's like, I know that might be easy for me to say because I'm not like related to him. Like, I didn't grow up. Like, I didn't grow up, you know, being taken care of by him. But like shit like that is why the best thing he could do for himself after all that bullshit is to not have kids. Because of people throwing up and down like, oh, he's not a bad guy. He took care of like I mean shit. It's like I would not do the same thing if it was fucking Joker, if it was fucking Hitler. Like, dude, like, especially for mobile like Diddy, man. Like, I mean, so for real, man. Like, half the criminals that are in jail now, I would not do the same for them. Like, no, not even close. I'm not defending them. Like let them rot in fucking jail. Fuck them.
As his children, we wish to heal together. Next up is Diddy's son.
You can't say that. You freaking made them soft too. Well, look up indoctrination and canastamy.
And Justin. I asked you to give my father a second chance. My father is my superhero. My father always told me to believe in God. Talk to my father every day.
How ironic.
Every other hour. Next is Christian Combs. I am the one who most resembles my pops, my mannerisms.
Don't say that. Dude, that's the worst thing you could say, like, bro, especially if you know what he did.
My whole life I studied my dad up and down. He's the greatest man in the world, my superhero.
What the fuck? It's the complete opposite, man. Like, this dude just steps away from being the Antichrist. Like, bro,
he told me to treat women like a queen, and I do. I see in his eyes, as his twin, that he has changed. My name is Jessie Combs, and I am 18 years old, and she cries. When my mother passed away, I was just a little girl. I remember my dad sitting us down. It helped me.
Wait, so Cassie passed away? Is that for real? Oh, that's not good either. Too much shit lined up, man. Oh. But when my mom passed away, like, which mom then? It's not Cassie, because I'm seeing she's still alive. So now I gotta ask, like, don't be surprised about, but how many spouses do you have? Like, I'm concerned about that now.
Me survive when I just wanted my mom. My name is Chance Combs, his daughter. He's changed, and she starts crying. Sorry, he speaks with a clear mind. My name is Delilah Combs. We watch our 2-year-old.
Awesome, he's changed. Well, I know he killed like all these like people. Like a good dude people while trying to rob banks, but he's changed now.
Sister, she cannot grow up fatherless. Honor, please, and she starts crying.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have had kids. How about that?
Let's move forward, not as a headline, but as a family. The judge says, "Thank you all. This is important."
It's like there's a thing called accountability, y'all.
For me to hear. And then they start playing that 11-minute video that I shared earlier that Diddy made.
Now, after his kids went up there and said whatever they said, the judge wasn't trying to hear it. Okay, the judge was not trying to hear it at all. The judge actually made a statement before he announced the sentencing, and he said, you know, that basically he felt like the 11 years that the prosecution wanted was too much time, and then he also felt like the 50 months, the total of 4 years, was not enough time. Okay,
yeah, it's far from not enough time. Like times 10, that shit bare minimum. Yeah,
judge said that, you know, based off of the apology letter that he received from Diddy and all that, the judge said, and I quote, "You say that you're sorry and that you won't do it again, but after Ms. Ventura's civil lawsuit was filed, after the video went public and the investigation had already started, you had a brutal hotel night with Jane
So wait, are we surprised, y'all? It's what I've been saying this whole fucking time. 5 minutes in, like, you don't bounce back like that. You can't just wear up and down after the whole, like, bottle incident, the whole freak off incidents, plural, the very weekly ones. That whole shit about him basically torturing her to almost to death, but from what I'm hearing, making her go through all types of therapy sessions. You can't swear up and down at that point, like, oh, I'm a changed man. Like, I'm not gonna do this shit again. Later on, with some other bitch, you abuse her. Like, once a Diddy Maru, always a Diddy Maru, man. Like, he is psycho.
In the head. The judge also referenced
Let me hear that one more
after
time.
the video went public and the investigation had already started, you had a brutal hotel night with Jane and punched her in the head. The judge also referenced.
Oh, like, are you serious, man? Dude.
Referenced Jane's account, which said that he told her to take a pill and go sleep with somebody. And, you know, the judge also mentioned, he said, exploitation and violence against women must be met with real accountability to promote respect for the law.
Did she skip this part? Because it says in this line, take this pill, go out there and suck his dick. Like, what the fuck? Huh? Fuck him, I don't care. Who the fuck says that to someone? What the hell? Take this pill. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm saying at the bottom too. Judge noted that 135-month sentence will be more than necessary, and that anything over is not reasonable. How can you say that? So I gotta ask, Judge, they're talking about 10 victims. Judge, how much do you really know? Like, are we serious, man? Because you was a whole monster.
So as I said before, even though he let out the sentencing and he let it be known, what the actual situation was going to be, he was not happy about it. Okay, he wasn't happy about it. He felt like they were taking him for a joke. He didn't
would be happy about this.
like the fact that Diddy came to the court with already stuff that was booked for next week if he got out of jail today. It felt a little bit cocky, for lack of better words. But I think that
cocky. Not having the best word choices.
This is such a crazy situation. A lot of people thought that they were literally going to throw the book at him, and so a lot of people are very.
Why they didn't is beyond me, because this should have been way the fuck. And he's black.
Confused by this.
This should be way the fuck worse by jump.
Situation. They don't know how to feel. They don't know what to think. And then my question is if he goes to jail for 40 years, if he
is the case really like, like, man, we heard it all, man. Fucking Ike Turner, freaking Tiger Woods, we're like used to this, so we're not. Is that where that's from? Ike Turner, man. Oh shit. Like the freaking black celebs, like they get like. Man, that's all my mad abusive, man. I stay hearing about that shit.
Goes to jail for 4 years. What is justice?
Seriously.
What is justice in these situations?
Seriously.
You know what I mean? Like,
Thank you.
Even just, the truth of the matter of things that did happen and that we know for sure, what does justice look like? I'd like to know you guys' opinion.
My opinion is that the judges and the supporters and the other Diddy disciples are all full of shit, man. I hear a lot of Diddy disciple activity, man. Too many of y'all are supporting him. Far too many. There should be none supporting him. Throw him in jail. Throw away the key. Like that's what. Because it was some other dude, and we can't just. And we can't just throw away like the fact that he's a dad, because I heard even the judge said like, nah, I'm not hearing this. Throw him in jail. I've been so for real, y'all. So it really does sound like this is like still kind of developing, and I pray to God that this is like a 40-year sin, bare minimum. But only time will tell. I'm done here. So that was a whole lot of shit. We were here for a fucking hour. What the fuck? Fuck, man, that's way too much fucking time on this shit. We're done here, y'all. I'm gonna do a video on like freaking anime Diddy disciples and the real life Diddy disciples. It's gonna be some shit, so look forward to that. Might do it after this. I'll see. Just I'm hungry, right now. So it's Hot Take Central. That was a whole lot of Diddy shit, and I'll be surprised if you actually made it this far. I won't believe if you only made it for 10 minutes in, because this was mad rough to go through. Again, Hot Take Central. I was a whole lot of shit, but take care.